Kidsplaining, Riot at the Round Table, take 1.
Yeah, that's good.
Welcome to Kidsplaining.
I'm Peyton, and this is Jared.
And today, we're going to teach you how to play
Riot at the Round Table!
Riot at the Round Table is a fast-paced card game where players take turns defending attacks to see who will win and become the new ruler of Camelot.
This game's on Kickstarter, so go check it out.
The link is in the description. The game includes the die of power, the defense token, playing cards, reroll cards, reference cards, cannon cards, clover cards, scepter cards, and crown cards. To win, you have to get 3 crowns. You earn crowns by being the first person to run out of cards at the end of a round, or by trading.
We'll talk about trading later. For now, let's get to the battle. To set up the game, shuffle the reroll cards with the playing cards and deal 6 to each player, plus 2 cannon cards. Make sure everyone has a reference card.
The card strength goes from 1 to 10, and then Squire, Guard, Maiden, Lord, and Jester, which is listed on the reference card.
We'll talk about the cannon cards and the clover cards later.
Then you pick the ruler of the realm to start the game. That's usually the bossiest player.
That's probably me.
To start the game, the ruler rolls the die of power to determine the ruling class, or the trump suit. The ruler of the realm is the first attacker, and the person to the left is the first defender, so they get the defense token. We're set up for a 4-player game here,
And I'm gonna be the first ruler.
which makes me the first defender because I'm to his left.
So I'm gonna roll the dice and pick the ruling class, and then I attack.
So the ruling class for this round is red fire cards. Here's what you need to know about attacking and defending. For attackers, the only thing that matters is the card value. You can only attack with card values that are already on the table. The defenders need to pay attention to suit and value, but the attackers only need to pay attention to value.
The defenders have 3 options: forfeit, defend, or pass.
Once the attacking starts, there are no turns.
Everyone can attack at once as long as they use a card value that's already on the table.
So Peyton attacks me with the green 4. He can lay down more 4s if he wants to, but only 4s, or Jesters, but we'll talk about those in a second. To defend, I have to lay down a stronger card of the same color, a card of the ruling class, or a Jester. Before I defend, anyone else can attack me with a 4 of any color, but it has to be a 4, since that's the only value on the table. So I'm going to defend this 4 with a green 7. So now anyone can attack me with a 4 or a 7, which they do. I'm going to defend this blue 7 with a blue Squire. So now anyone can attack me with a 4, a 7, or a Squire of any color. This goes on until I either successfully defend all the attacks or until I can't fight anymore, in which case I forfeit. I can use any card from the trump suit to defend any card from any other suit. So I can defend this yellow Squire with a red 1 since red is the trump suit. If someone attacks with the card from a trump suit, then I have to use a stronger card of the trump suit to defend it.
The Jester card is wild.
And when it's played, it takes the value of the highest card on the table, but it keeps its own color. The highest card on the table is a Squire, so this yellow Jester is treated as a yellow Squire. So Peyton attacks with the yellow Jester, and I'll defend the yellow Jester with a red Squire, since red is the trump suit.
There can never be more than 6 attack cards on the table, or more than the defender has in its hand.
That will usually be 6, but as you get to the end of the round and the draw pile is empty, there might be less in their hand.
At the beginning of the attack, the defender can also choose to pass.
They do this by matching the initial attack card or by playing a Jester. Then they pass the defense token to the player on their left, and now that player is being attacked. But if there are more attack cards than a player has in their hand, then you can't pass the attack. So if this player only has 2 attack cards, then I can't pass the attack if there are more than 2 attack cards on the table.
What happens after the attack phase depends on the results.
If I successfully defend the attacks, then all of the attack and defense cards go in the discard pile. I get a cannon card, I pass the defense token to the player on my left, then I become the first attacker on the next round. If I can't defend all of the attacks, then I forfeit my turn and I take all the cards on the table and put them into my hand. I don't get a cannon card, and I get skipped as the first attacker in the next round, so I pass the defense token 2 players to my left, and this player is the next attacker.
After the defense phase, everyone draws back to 6 cards.
If a reroll card is drawn, immediately roll the dice to pick a new ruling class. If the crown is rolled, then the ruler of the realm gets to pick the new ruling class.
If the draw pile is empty, then players just play with what they have.
Then the first person to set down their last card wins the round, earns a crown card, and is a new ruler of the realm in the next round. Then the remaining players play 2 more times around the table. After that, the person with the most cards gets a clover card, and the other players get scepters.
Then shuffle all the cards, deal 6 to everybody, then the next round begins.
The arsenal cards are the cannon and clover cards. They can only be played by the active defender at the end of their defense phase. At any point in the game, a player can trade 2 cannon cards for a clover card, 2 clover cards for a scepter, and 2 scepters for a crown. The game ends when a player ends the round with 3 or more crown cards, including the ones they traded for.
And that person is a new ruler of Camelot. And that's right at the round table.
Be sure to check out their Kickstarter in the link in the description, and don't forget to subscribe.
Thanks for watching, and see you later.
Bye!